we'll continue on. Who wants to do the recap from last week?
I shall do it, David.
Oh, wow. What a treat.
Well, I did it for a couple of weeks running, and Vay's done it for a couple of weeks running, so I shall do it. Right, sit back, get yourselves comfortable for the recap of last week's thrilling episode. We had our asses handed to us on a plate by a dragon, and we all died. No, last week we managed to recover the blue dragon mask from the corpse of Xander, and unfortunately we could not resurrect him despite Tiberius's best efforts. We escaped from the maze and the tower, and we don't keep whispering back to the maze, "You owe me one," for some strange reason that nobody has quite worked out yet. Whilst we were escaping, we noticed that the blue dragon that we had met and run away from on the ice island was attacking the village surrounding the tower. The party then decided that engaging the blue dragon would be a good idea, whereupon Widow threatened the dragon, "If you attack us, we shall destroy the mask." And then probably destroyed the mask. This upset the dragon mightily, and he was vexed. Some arse was handed to the players on a large plate. Fortunately, some red wizards of Thay showed up and cast magic missiles mightily upon the dragon until he fell dead as a stone. Then the party were confronted by, I want to say Leonidas again, I forgot to write his name down.
Leosin.
Thank you. Were met by Leosin and some red wizards of Thay. Whereupon promptly the party were thanked for their efforts. "Oh dear, you've broken the mask. The dragons wanted that in one piece. But never mind, you shall go on a diplomatic mission to Alderaan, where there shall be a spaceship. We shall be stopped by an evil umpire. There'll be lots of pew pew pew.
No, I knew you shouldn't have been watching Star Wars at the same time that you were playing this game.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah.
We're sent on a diplomatic mission to Thay to assist in the recapture of a renegade red wizard of Thay. Thay being the home of the undead prince. And that's what happened.
Nice recap. So where we're picking up is remember the two red wizards, Neh and Hen. They kind of saved you guys last week from the blue dragon. He was like,
we had it. It was
you had it under
just a matter
control.
of time. We had it. Don't worry. We've got this.
Well, if my memory serves me correctly from about 10 minutes ago, you said in the recap that you guys were having your asses handed to you on a big silver plate, and then the red wizards came in and bailed you out, which they did. They were definitely very high. You could tell, they could tell that they were very high level magicians. Now you guys had actually done quite a bit of damage to the dragon anyway, so it's not like they killed him from full hit life, from full hit points or anything like that. I mean, the dragon was in really bad shape anyway. So, all right. So last week, the two red wizards, Neh and Hen, they told you that Zhentarim, which is the lich, the arc lich, that basically is in control of all the lands of Thay, and actually he and his undead army took over Thay and have all of the the red wizards and they're under his control now. And Thay is a land of nothing but wizards. Everyone there casts magic basically, as far as how I remember the lore and stuff. So an audience is wanted by Zhentarim in correspondence with the defective red wizard that has come to the Sword Coast. His name is Rathmadan, and Wormfood remembers this Rathmadan, who actually joined the caravan back at Daggerford some year previously.
That guy owes me money.
He does. Yeah, it was a pretty nasty affair. I'm just kidding.
I had an affair with him?
I said it was a nasty affair.
Oh, nasty affair? Okay, got it. I'll roleplay that out.
No, please, let's not do that.
Aren't all of Tiberius's affairs nasty?
So, yeah, Leeson told you that he gave you a writ also that's going to give you safe passage with seals on them that has basically the seal of the Council of Waterdeep. And you make the trip, well, by teleportation, of course, to the lands of Thay. And you went to a keep, and it is called Nethwatch Keep. And, the surroundings, everything just appears to be dark, gloomy, dead, and by Nethwatch Keep as you get to the lands of Thay, very dark. Don't see the sun in the sky, black clouds mist everywhere, lots of undead. I mean, especially you are definitely uncomfortable, Tiberius, because of
I want to take them down, Dave. I'm going to turn those bastards.
Your undead spidey senses are just going off it's just going off the hook. I mean, there are whites, skeletons.
Oh, I just smell
zombies,
this rotting flesh.
Exactly.
Sweet, sour smell of rotting flesh.
And this is just everywhere around you. And you're walking up the ramp of the keep, and you pass right by 2 death knights. And you can just, and they're just kind of like looking at you as you're walking in. And you are met by the commander of Nethwatch, and it is a human, actually. It doesn't appear to be an undead at all. And she introduces herself as Aseldra Yeth. And Aseldra, she introduces herself as the watch commander here at Nethwatch Keep, and she has had Nethwatch Keep under her command for the past couple of decades now, and she says that there is urgent news that comes back from the Sword Coast, and it seems as if the Council of Waterdeep has had a emergency convening, and they are awaiting for your arrival. So basically, Aseldra is going to make it short and sweet, and you guys are basically still within the corridors of the keep. And Aseldra tells you that there were some recent happenings that involved a certain item that was discovered. And details will be given to you because she doesn't have any details. This is just what was conveyed to her by the writ that had sent her. Basically, one of the mages on the Sword Coast had contacted, and basically, Lady Silverhand has requested the party to come back, and a deal has already been struck with Zhentarim and the Council of Waterdeep, and basically, Aseldra says, yes, Zhentarim has so graciously agreed to help everyone. We will help fight the demons and the devils within the Well of Dragons. So you will have our assistance, and there will be one concession that Zhentarim requires, and Lady Silverhand said that it would not be a inconvenience to you or the council. We just want Rathmodar. That is all we require. And I'm sorry that unfortunately you cannot meet Zhentarim because he is preparing his army of undead as we speak. And then basically Aseldra escorts you to another area of the keep, and a couple of red wizards of Thay have a portal, and she tells you that you can step through the portal. You will appear back to basically a couple small farmsteads outside of Waterdeep, and you can see, through the shimmering portal that you recognize, the lands and the landscape of that being Waterdeep. And then she says, "Are there any questions? I am sorry that you made the trip all the way out here to our beautiful lands of Thay. but we have already struck an agreement.
So we ported here, and we talked to this girl, and she's saying that they've already struck an agreement.
Well, yes. The only reason is because there's been an emergency reconvening of the council.
Right. So who did they strike an agreement with?
Remember, she was saying Lady Silverhand, and the only deal there's really been no deal per se. The only thing that because everyone kind of wants some kind of possession. It's like the dragons, they want the armor back, and they want a formal apology from King Melondrock the Elves. They want so and so and so and so concessions for helping, and basically the Red Wizards are they're no different. But the only thing that they require is that Wrath Modan character, the Red Wizard that has been defective, and Seldra says that. There are no Red Wizards that leave the lands of Thay without Zhentarim knowing. And Seldra says, yes, Wrath and a few of his so-called followers had defected from our lands to go to the Sword Coast to help summon Tiamat, and this just cannot happen. So, as I said, Zhentarim wants the defector back in his possession, so he can teach him a lesson once and for all, for a very long time. She just kind of chuckles a couple times.
All right.
Well, Shrumpf the diplomat is somewhat saddened to be going home so quickly.
Mm-hmm. So I guess we're not needed.
It's just unfortunate because I usually don't get guests here at Nethwatch Keep. The only time we have any kind of guest are when the demons or devils attack the castle and we have to defend it. So it was it was basically an honor to have guests, but unfortunately your stay will not be as what I was expected.
No, that's all right. I don't mind going home. This place is a bit whiffy anyway, with all the dead people what is lying around.
Cheer up. They're all happy bags of bones.
Alright then, well I guess we'll be returning home.
Alright.
To the castle.
Best part about Faye, it's like one big toilet. You can go anywhere. Doesn't affect the smell of the place at all.
Nice.
Alright, so basically you guys found out what's going to be happening there. With it's like what Seldra has told you. Zhentarim is preparing his army now, and they are going to be basically teleporting to the Well of Demons and the Well of Dragons. And the Well of Dragons, you guys are on the map now. And where you guys were at, did you guys take all those pointers and put them in one spot? Oh no.
I did not, Dave.
I had all those pointers in different places where I needed them to be.
Nope.
Sorry, close the map. Where are we?
Alright.
I see a place called the Reaching Woods. That sounds like a great place for a party.
Somebody did it, because I seen the pointers kind of moving around, but I didn't acknowledge it at that point. But not a problem. I'll figure it out later.
Oh, sorry, that was me earlier. Sorry.
Not a problem. All right, so basically this is where you guys are at.
Now, Dave, I think it's pointless.
It is pointless. All right, so these are the mountains where you had actually had the audience with. No, this is where you went to Zonthal's Tower. And Zonthal's Tower, you went from here, you went to the Lands of Thay, which are way to the east. It's not even on this map. You'd have to go through Cormyr, and then after Cormyr, you'd have to go to I can't remember the land. There's like two other regions, and then there's Thay. Thay is way off to the east. And now, as for going back to Waterdeep, you guys make it there. You step through the portal. You make the mile or so walk. Take about a little bit, maybe an hour, and get back to Waterdeep as you are greeted by an individual at the gates. And you've seen this individual at the council several times. And do you remember Rian Nightshade? She is one of the... Remember, at the last council, she had introduced herself as being part of the secretive organization, the Zhentarim.
I have it in my notes.
Yeah,
But we're good.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So Rian Nightshade, she does approach you, and actually, just as you start to get within the city, and she asks for a private audience. And she would, she would like to have a private audience with you before you meet back with the, reconvening Council of Waterdeep.
So I assume she's just trying to put the moves on me, like most people do.
She,
So I'll
she
roll
likes
with
your,
it.
yeah, she likes your eyebrows. Basically, is what it is.
Who doesn't?
All right, so you guys find a nice little quaint establishment off to the side, a tavern. Whatever tavern you want it to be, and basically she flips the innkeeper like a platinum piece, and that actually kind of catches your eye, Widow. So she flips the barkeep a platinum. A room is basically cleared out. There were a couple patrons in there. They moved them out really quick. You have this whole big, nice, basically dining area, and the doors are closed. And Rian Nightshade, she approaches you. She tells you that the Zhentarim have an interest in something that you possess. And she says, I take it that you are just coming back from Zonthal's Tower, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's where you were going as you left the council. Well, my friends, I am here to make a proposition to you. Now, I'm hoping that we can come to some agreeable terms and a little bit more support. You would also actually gain several more friends within the Zhentarim if you agree to terms with me on selling me your tower that you have just basically taken possession of. We would like to have...
Why would anyone want that madhouse?
we would love to have it. The Zhentarim would love to have that. And we'd like to have and reach some agreeable terms.
So don't we all have alliances to the council? I think Widow has an alliance to Zhentarim. I think Shrump has an alliance to one of the people. So
That's right, I do. I have an alliance to the lords of Waterdeep.
So I'm just kind of standing there with my arms crossed over my chest a little bit, arching a brow at my fellow member of the Zhentarim, and
So how does the council have an interest in this castle? What is agreed upon? Are you to give this back to the council? Are you supposed to present it as a gift?
no, not at all.
This
this is in our possession.
Oh, that's what we were hoping to hear, because possession is always 9/10 of the law. That's just what we
I
always
thought
say
we
with
gave
possession.
it to the villagers.
No.
No.
There is a town that is just outside of the maze wall, I believe.
Indeed.
That's right.
And they're told they're not to enter the maze. And from what I understand, no one tries to.
I think it's a bit dragon-eared at the moment because a big flappy dragon came and ate it.
And the maze protects the tower, if I'm not wrong.
yeah, it's
correct,
pretty.
the maze
And the
and And purple worms.
So that is even purple worms. That
It's
is
pretty
even,
amazing.
That's win-win for us then. If you do not need it, then we would like to reach some agreeable terms then. We would love to take possession of the tower.
What did you have in mind?
4 dragon masks.
4 dragon masks. Well, unfortunately, 5 are needed to stop the ritual and to stop the creation of the ultimate dragon mask. And I kind of stray away from the main points. Well, I am here. I can offer you 50,000 gold. And I have a couple items here in my pack also that I can kind of sweeten the pot a little bit. And she throws a small little pouch down, small bag, and it kind of chings on the table. And she says, I can get you the 50,000 gold by the end of the day. Of course, I cannot carry all of that on me. It just wouldn't look right as I carry multiple sacks throughout Waterdeep. I would not last 20 minutes in this town of vagrants. As someone from the Zhentarim says that.
Yeah, of course.
So inside of the bag there is a potion of greater healing, a potion of frost giant strength, and a scroll of earthquake. And
Those are all lame.
And
Those
she
are
said
all
that
lame.
Those will sweeten the deal. And these are a couple items that she had sitting in her personal chest that she just simply does not need. And she figures, you as being the hardy adventurers that you are, could probably use these. And even if you decide not to sell your portion of the tower, or your share of the tower, your rights to the tower, to the Zhentarim, then you may keep these items anyway. But
The way that we divvy this up
Zhentarim
is I have all the floors, Misty has all the walls, Vey has the roof.
Yeah.
So they're gonna need us all to team up for them to get anything.
What Trump got? The
I don't know.
Air?
Shrump gets that genie that's trapped in there. That's
oh,
Shrump's.
okay.
You might want to tell that lady. You might want to tell the
Yes.
Zhentarim person about that lady, by the way. Or by the genie.
Nothing.
Yes.
There's
the
a trapped
that's-
genie in there.
The genie that's trapped in there, yes.
Wait, why are you saying it like that?
Saying like what? I don't know what you mean.
I'm kind of glancing over at Trump at this point. Oh, do you mean our good friend? Oh, what?
Who's Trump? Is he running for some election or something?
Trump.
Oh, Shrump. Yeah,
said-
that makes way more sense.
I
Got it.
said, do you mind? I said, you mean, what was his name?
Something that trustworthy.
The
What is
fair-
probably a lie.
Taryn?
Terran the Fair, I believe his name
Yeah,
was.
Terran the Gorfiend, or whatever his
He
name
won't
is.
be. Don't worry about him. He's been taken care of.
So she pulls out a
sorry.
piece of parchment. She starts writing something. She pulls out a little portable glass of, little vial of ink, and she's pulling out this small little writing instrument. And she dips it in, starts writing. She says, something about a magical creature inside of here. I'll have to make note of that to let everyone know.
Oh no, the genie he's referring to is will not be a concern. But
You
there
let
was
him out,
another
didn't
one.
you? You
There was
let
a
him
second
out.
one. There was a second one that was on one of the lower floors, but he seemed to be harmless enough.
What? Hang on. The one on the lower floors. That one, what is trying to kill us with the smoky thing?
Well, yes, but we took care of that.
She
So
looks,
right now the
oh,
the
go
tower is quite safe.
ahead. Okay. She looks over
Trump.
towards you, Vey, and says, What were you going to say, Elf?
Dave, I believe Vey just got timed out of TeamSpeak, but I'll take over her character on her behalf.
Oh boy.
Roll initiative. No, I'm just joking. No.
Nope.
Yeah, I think she timed out, so I think you're gonna have to go without her.
All right.
Just be right back.
Yeah, we'll take a couple minute break. We'll give her a couple minutes to get back.
So, out of character, so I kind of just I start rooting through my bag just to make sure what I obtained last time. I'm not really out of character. That's in character. I go ahead and start reading through my bags just to make sure that I still have what I was expecting to have from that I received last time.
Yeah, you sure do.
All right.
In character, I'm also looking through her bag just
No,
to
you're not.
verify what exactly did she
I
get.
punch him in the face.
God. Wow.
I think they also got logged out of Fantasy Grounds. So that blows. We got no wizard. Between her not being here and Shrump keep moving those pointers, I think we're in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw this. No problem. We'll wait a couple minutes for Bay. But she does. Rian does offer you 50,000 gold.
I take it, Dave. All 50,000.
That's a pretty nice. That's a pretty nice chunk of change per person.
See, gold is so easy to come by. I would tell her is I'd rather have some incredibly rare artifact, something that has never been seen before. I would rather have that than gold. I'm loaded.
So
I've got
like
gold.
a magic deck of cards. For
No.
Oh, speaking
anything but that.
A deck of
no,
cards.
Don't even say it, Dave.
I do have a deck of cards, and she pulls a deck of cards out of her, inside of her vest. She says, "I have a deck of cards. They're not magical, but
okay, perfect.
I do like to play with them from time to time, and the tavern games that everyone loves to partake in while drinking and feasting."
Yeah, well,
I'm not playing no card games with a member of the Zhentarim, because let's be honest, lady, it's not exactly as if you aren't known for cheating just a little bit.
I would never do such a thing.
Yes, you would.
It would be interesting.
No, tell us what would be interesting, Widow.
I immediately thought I was going to hear insight check, like right after I said that.
It would be interesting. What would happen if you didn't have all of your house and your belongings, Tiberius, and all of your land holdings and your servants and your your titles.
My vault of incredibly rare items.
And the whole time I'm touching the item inside of my
God.
pack.
Oh my God.
Hey now.
I'm doing it too. Please talk slower then. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Tiberius, you sat at the table stroking your vaults.
Oh my.
But so I mean, I'll tell you what. I'm super awesome and I'm rich. So I guess if I didn't have all this stuff, I would just be awesome.
I'll tell you what, you can have my share at the tower. I don't need 50,000 gold. What I'd like is a sword of dragon slaying.
Oh, my friends, your eyes are way too big. That is 50,000 gold to be split among all of you. That is not. That is not. Oh yeah. Oh, yes. That is 50,000 total.
Well, we found an item in there that lets you conjure 20,000 gold a day.
I'm sure I would be speaking with you right now if that was the case. I'm sure.
Well,
if that
we
was
left
the
it in
case,
there.
You would be still inside the tower for probably months.
Well, there
or
were
at
these
least a couple
gems that were
weeks.
hovering in there. We were going to, but Vay kept telling us that we're going to go back. We don't need to look at it now. We can come back. But then we never went back, just like we never go back.
Give me a deception check, whatever that's.
God, I am loaded with deception checks lately, Dave. Every time we play this game, I've just been going deception route. And it is my worst stat. Alright, here we go. Are you ready for this 20?
Yeah.
Boom.
She just laughs at you and says, yes. It doesn't seem as if she believes you 1 second.
What?